Hi, welcome to the Shelly Studio. Today I am working on another mini art book. This one is inspired by or part of the video hop for Art Joy of Sharing. It's hashtag AJOS Abstract August. So I decided to just make some random marks and hopefully get an interesting abstract design going. So video hops are where once you've seen my video, you can go into my description box and I will have the links, and the very next link, or the top link, will be the very next artist. And if you do that on every video, you can hop all the way around and see everybody's interpretation of the prompt, which is just Abstract August. So I have this teal Rit dye, and it's just been sitting here forever, and I wanted to use it, but probably shouldn't be used in this way. And those puddles were taking forever to dry, so I just blotted them. And now I'm going to add a little bit of brown, but that Rit dye, I think it's designed to be heated because it's got crystals in it. So you'll see me as we go along. I'll be like brushing my desk off and stuff, and eventually I come up with an idea to resolve that. But yeah, it was a little messy and probably not the best way to use it. But I really wanted to use that color. Alright, so once I got the marks on there, I'm going to turn it into an accordion book, style book. And you just fold it in half, and then you fold in, see, that's me brushing. You fold each end into the middle. I do it this way because I feel like I get a better, more accurate than if I score first. And that, maybe that's just me. I don't get as close folds. Something's usually off. So you do both directions. So now I'm doing the longwise and just folding it into the center and into the center. So now what you do is you, on the side, the long way, you cut through to the very last fold and you leave that part connected. And do that on both sides. And then we're going to go through and cut the middle section the same way, just up to that last fold and stop. So now you've got one continuous accordion book. Just like that. If you remember how to fold it correctly. Alright, so there it is. And I'm just flipping through, and then I hit that spot and decide, oh yeah, I want that upside up. Kind of looked like a bird, so that's why it's upside up. Alright, I don't feel like there's enough stuff on these pages, so I've grabbed some scraps that are just hanging out on my desk. They're still abstract, and thought they would make it interesting. And I just wanted to make sure there was a lot of matte medium on there to make that really transparent. You like how I'm doing that with my finger? Very messy. Alright, so I'm tired of the crystals coming off of there from the Rit dye. So I am going to seal it with matte medium. So I'm just braying out some matte medium on my gel plate. And I'm just going to stick that down and hope that it seals it enough that it'll stop bugging me. And this, if you do it this way, you don't run the risk of smearing anything that might not be 100% permanent, like that Rit dye, because of the crystals, which means they weren't all dissolved. Okay, so now that it's sealed and dried, I'm going to fold it up again. I tried doing it a different way, but I just have to start from one end and get my fold. Okay. So grabbing a few more scraps. These are just stamped from tissue paper. Thought they would work good. And found some random book text. Alright. I had to double check and find the front. I'm going to write that on there, front, so we get that right next time. Okay. Eventually I will glue some of those together so it won't keep coming apart like it is. And just put some of those stamped images down. And some words. I always like to have words in my little books. Even if they were totally random, just what was nearby, it tells like an interesting sort of, it's an abstract story really, because it's about stars and planets, but it doesn't really tell you anything specific. And I just keep adding more things. Hoping will make it a little bit more interesting. One thing I haven't done on there is draw. I mean, there's enough white space. I could keep adding to this until, if I get bored, I can just pull it out and doodle on it maybe. Okay, so now I'm going to glue some of those back sides together. So it won't be an accordion anymore after I'm done. It will just be a book. So now I'm going to go through and glue all of those pages together. I'm just kind of rubbing the edges, hoping that'll keep it from having stuff seep out, having glue seep out. So I edited that so you didn't have to see me glue each one of them together, but I think you get the idea. And I did let it dry under weight so that it would be nice and flat, and here it is. So now that I have that, I'm going to make some covers. So I just took some scrap jelly print paper, and I'm gluing that down. I'm just going to turn these into book covers, and I'm going to glue them directly onto the front and back flaps of the book. That part, I don't know if it didn't get filmed or the camera stopped or what happened there, but you don't see me glue them onto the book, but you get the idea of how to do this. There you go. One and then two. Ooh. Alright, so I decided I wanted to cover the back spine. So I just took another piece of that same paper and I measure it so that I can, so it just barely covers that and it's not too big. And I just glue it on. It jumps here. Soon it's going to jump. This is the lost footage I was talking about. So I start to glue this on, but I glue it on and then I glue the covers on. And yeah, like I said, boom, it's done. So I decided I've got this this jelly printed paper that I used for the cover, and I decided I would put a few pieces of it on the inside as well. 'Cause why not? Does it look like space? Like maybe alien planets and moons and stars and stuff? Maybe that's a bit of a stretch. It could be alien. It could be alien writing, right? It's actually Robin McClendon's Asemic writing. It's her stencil that I used on that jelly print. So it just has some interesting marks. Some more space alien handwriting. No. All right. So I've got that. Now I decide I want to be able to tell which side is the front. So I decided to put a little gold, this antique, or Aztec gold is what it's called, circle on the cover, hoping that that would help me know which side was the front. And then I've got a little bit left, so why not just add it to every page? Just smearing a little bit on with my fingers, even just dotting a fingerprint. Alright, so here's the flip through. Nice close up on the interesting front. Well, does it look like an abstract piece of art? Hope so. I can always keep adding to it, I guess. Oh yeah, there's a sticker. It was sitting here, so I stuck it in my book. Oop. But I hope you liked this book. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to check the description box below and see what all the other Art Joy of Sharing creators are doing for Abstract August. Thank you all for watching. Have an awesome day.